Finance is such a broad term. If I had a nickel for every time someone told me they knew somebody that worked in finance, buying the avocado toast would be no problem probably for the rest of my life, which I do like avocado toast. But if you don't know what finance really means, hey, you're not alone. When I first got into finance, I didn't even know what finance really meant. It's so broad. You know, oh, I know this person that works in finance. Oh, I know that person that works in finance. There's so many people that work in finance. Well, finance is kind of broken into two bins, is what I would say. Is you have what's called the corporate finance side, and then I like to call it the Wall Street finance side, which, you know, sounds really elusive and really cool, right? Well, corporate finance is finance that's internal in a company. So those are people that are creating meaningful financial reporting internally that's used on an internal basis and externally for investors to be able to make better, smarter decisions when that stuff gets sent out to the public. Now, those people typically have an accounting background. There's a lot of CPAs in that, which is interesting. So you hear of people working in the finance department, but they actually have a really, really strong accounting background. And oftentimes they have an accounting degree or they're a CPA. And that is usually preferable to corporate finance roles. The other side of finance is the Wall Street finance, right? And that I would break into two sections as well. And there's the retail side is what I would like to call it. And that typically kind of falls under what the industry people call like the sell side, where something is being sold to an end client or customer of some sort. So like a mutual fund or an ETF, you know, an advisor selling some sort of product, a fund selling something, it's being sold, right? And then on the other side of finance, and that's like the research side, and that's where you have all these cool sounding titles and cool sounding positions that it's very mystical and people don't really know what you do. And a lot of times that's kind of like a research oriented role or something in the money management space. So that could be working for a hedge fund, that could be working for a venture capital firm, that could be working for a mutual fund, but doing the research side of it. So that is called buy side, you know, for the industry speak. Now, there is some overlap and there's a little bit of crossover, but really, you know, there is this whole ecosystem that goes around. And so, you know, I'm gonna guess, even though corporate finance or these other areas of finance are all considered finance, is because of that ecosystem nature. So to give you an example, corporate finance, when the financials are created in a company, so like you have Apple and you have all the internal people that are creating those financial reports, well, that ends up becoming, you know, filed with the SEC, and then that goes out, you know, to investors, which then you could see where there's the Wall Street side, they're making all those decisions on saying, hey, let's buy this, let's sell this, and then that all gets funneled out to somebody that's purchasing it, you know, at the end space, whether that's in a 401k, whether it's the individual stock, whether it's in some other financial instrument. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. Thank you so much.